Hello and welcome back to Be a Legend. If you're enjoying this series, then please leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. It all helps, and leave comment down in the comments as well. All helps on YouTube. We're not doing too bad in the league, and also we've got the FA Cup third round draw coming up. Welcome to episode 25 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games against Stevenage in League 2 and also Morecombe again in League 2. So we will see how our league form and whether indeed it can continue. But before we go into what's been happening since you were last with us, let's have that draw for the third round of the FA Cup. And here we are with the draw for the third round of the FA Cup. And as you'll see at this point in time, we are in with the big boys. This could be a money spinning go. Let's get underway with the draw. Cambridge United are first out. They will play Rochdale. Portsmouth are second out. And we have a little bit of a hold up, which usually means that it's finding Chorley. I'm pretty confident that this is what will happen right now. Yeah, there you go. So we've drawn Portsmouth away from home. Let's draw the rest of the draw. Let's see if we can see any other big matches here. Portsmouth in the Championship, of course. And who else are there in there? Manchester City are playing Aston Villa. Manchester United playing West Brom. Bristol City playing Barnsley, who they played last Saturday in real world. I'm sure there'll be some more sneak out. I can't actually see Liverpool at the moment. They might have been in that top bit. But there we go. That's the draw anyway. We will be playing Portsmouth away in the third round. And there we are. That is the FA Cup third round draw. And since you were last with us, Chester and Manchester United were the last games that you saw. We've played Bradford City in League 2, drew 1-1 with them. Played Bolton at home and beat them 2-1. And then a resounding 4-2 win against Oxford City. A game, interesting game at that, in as much as they took the lead after just 4 minutes. Harvey Blair getting the equaliser on 21 minutes, and then 1-1 at half time. Harry Cardwell straight after half time getting our nose in front. But then we had a little bit of a misfortune. Reece Bennett got sent off for a second yellow card on 50 minutes, and then we had to play the ensuing 40 minutes with 10 men. And it looked a little bit dire at times. But having said that, Lewis Riley getting a goal on 81 minutes, and then they got a goal on 83 minutes, just 2 minutes behind. It looked as if they might overawe us, especially when Smith got his second goal, which was then disallowed for offside, and Andal Gibbons probably rounding it off after 86 minutes, albeit they did try and get one back after 88, and again it was disallowed. So a little bit of fortune there prevailed in our way, and we managed to get past Oxford United, who at the time were second in the league. And then we met Bradford City again, this time away in the FA Cup second round, and we managed to beat them 6-2. 2 goals in the lead by the first 20 minutes. Chris Wood got one back after 33. We thought they'd equalised after 39 minutes, but again, goal disallowed. Henry Ogunby scored on 52 to make it 3-1. Hallam making it 3-2 after 55, and then 57. Henry Ogunby getting his second goal of the game, and then Fidel O'Rourke 77. And 4 minutes into injury time, Felix rounded off the rout. 6-2 was the final score against Bradford. So we progress to the third round, as you have seen in the draw, and there is the game for the third round coming up in a future episode. In fact, probably the next episode. But then we went and lost 4-0 to Norwich City under 23s. Not surprising. We were in it for quite a while, as you'll see. They had a goal disallowed after 4 minutes. But it was beyond the end of that first half. We performed really well in that first half, hung on, but then as we got tired, they went up a gear and overawed us. So that's where we ended up. So we're out of the Papa John trophy, EFL trophy for this year, but never mind. I think we've done very, very well, especially against Manchester United under 23. So draw there, and I know we lost against Norwich, but all said and done, not too bad at all. So that leaves us with today's episode, Stevenage and Morecombe. It is League Two games, and we can assert ourselves in League Two. How have we been getting on? Well, we were actually just in 7th place, but some of the teams around us hadn't played. They've now played, so with pretty much 20 games all on the board, coming up for halfway through the season, we are just outside of those playoff places. Didn't really dream that we would be, and with the stuttering start that we had, it looked like we might end up really getting into that relegation battle at the bottom of the table. But at the moment, we are nicely away from that by about 15 points. So I think we can probably be reasonably comfortable. 50 points is where we're trying to get to, but I think we'd be comfortable that we'll at the worst end up here somewhere in mid-table, and anything above here is going to be an added bonus. So as you'll see there, 20 games played, 33 points, 8th place at the moment, and then just above us we have Oldham on 34, Milton Keynes Dons on 34, Tranmere 35, Chorley on 35, and Harrogate Town taking up the last of those proper playoff, not playoff, but automatic places on 35 points. So actually we're only 2 points away from there, which is good. 4 points away from Oxford, who in second, who we've beaten, and Walsall still going great guns at the top. Their only loss to Harrogate Town currently. So there we are. We've drawn against Harrogate Town as well. So they're not doing badly. So today's game's against Stevenage, who are currently 21st, and we've also got Morecombe, who are currently lying in 16th place. So I'm hoping for maximum points today. That's what we're aiming for. What else is there to tell you? When we look in the sick bay, as it were, Marcus Infill and Dennis Gumphy have both got flu, albeit Dennis Gumphy is also injured, returning from injury, so he's picked up flu, which is going to hold him up a little bit. And Hughes still coming back from that bad injury, that groin strain that he had. He's only got 1 day and he will be back, so we'll look forward to seeing him in the team very, very soon. Right, without any more to do, let's get on to our first game of the episode against Stevenage. And this is the team that we have selected against Stevenage. It's Smith in goal, Landlow, Jameson, Coyle drops back into defence. We are very short on defensive players, as Bennett and Broughton are both suspended for this game. In fact, I haven't got the unavailable filter on. Let's put that back. Yeah, so both of them are suspended for this. Both ones accumulate. Oh, I think they're both accumulated yellow cards. Too many. So that's they're not playing. Coyle drops back into defence. Kilner he continues in that right hand defensive slot. Murray and Willis in front of him, albeit Willis hasn't been playing particularly well, and I am tempted to take him out of it today. Biggins is suspended. He's picked up too many yellow cards, so he's gone. Seems to be suffering from a bit of suspension. I am tempted to bring Shenton on. instead of Willis, because Willis, his performance, we'll have a look in a minute, just hasn't really been that good. Blair and Ogunby in the attacking wing positions, O'Rourke and Cardwell up front on the bench, Fodicek, Dwyer, Leather, Shenton, Felix, Sterling James and Riley. Let's just have a look at his form of recent times. As you'll see, he hasn't been performing particularly well at all. In either central midfielder role or in the Mazzala role, really hasn't. So 6.7, 6.5, 6.2, 6.5, 6.2. So I just had that one match against Oldham, though, as he's got a 7.3 and got an assist and a goal in that game. But outside of that, he's not been playing particularly well. So I am tempted to give Shenton a run out, albeit Shenton probably is not the fittest, and we'll need substituting at some point or all. But let's do that, and that will be our final swap. So let's go through to the match. Didn't actually come up with Shenton being tired, so that's good news. Just as a quick heads up, since you're last with us, or since we recorded the last episode, the winter update has come out with some of the transfer stuff, etc., etc., and also some fixes. One of which I noticed in the list of changes was the half-time team talk, where you can go through to tactics and get back to the team talk screen. So we'll see if that works in this particular game. First time that we've tried it out. Right, Pump Fists, let's show the world what you're about. Fido O'Rourke, he's composed. We need to get him to make a difference out there. Everybody else is motivated, apart from Liam Coyle, who Pump Fists, get out there and make a difference. We're all motivated. We're all good and dandy. Let's see if we can beat Stevenage. I think they used to be called Stevenage Borough. I'm sure they did. Comments in the comments if they did, if you know that they were Stevenage Borough. They've got the kick-off. Jameson wins the ball in midfield, but he's immediately given it away. Have noted that we aren't particularly good in retaining the ball. We do tend to give it away. Murray has won the ball, though. Good win for him. He seems to have been playing reasonably good. Blair was following him up, and that tackle, Ludlow, and that was a fine save. So Cardwell did have that on target. Looked like he missed by a mile. O'Rourke and whoever that was coming in. Oh no, we're going to see that again. We're going to see the other one again. Lovely ball in by Ludlow, and Cardwell, I don't think it really came down enough for him. He did hit it reasonably high. Had it dropped a bit more, got it a bit lower, I think it may well have gone in. That ball in from Shenton didn't get over the top of the defence, but Murray is there. Kilner fires one, looking for Blair, finds him. Can Blair get the cross in? He can, but the header wasn't in, and they try and come on the counter now, and they've got numbers here. Boys out wide, but the block coming in there. Who was that blocked that Coyle, doing good defensive duties there. He can play as a defender. We've not put him out of position, so he can play in that position. Kilner now coming forward on the far wing to Shenton. Shenton holds the ball up, looking for Ogunby just inside him. Ogunby crosses to Mary to O'Rourke. Nice build-up play. Blair didn't quite get to it. I think the defender got a boot in before he could actually take a swing at the ball. Lovely cross in, and I think that might have been Blair on that side that didn't quite get to the ball. See this again now. O'Rourke to Cardwell to Blair. Yeah, Blair was actually, I think, flicked it against the defender's legs. Just 10 minutes gone, and we've seemed to have had most of the highlights. Blair to Mary to Coyle to Kilner to Shenton. Nice one-touch football here. Ogunby to Kilner. Cross in. Cardwell. Very tame shot from Cardwell, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Jameson heads it down, this time to Mary. Mary to O'Rourke. Back to Mary, to Cardwell. Again, nice build-up play. Finds Ogunby to Blair. Blair's going to get that one. And the other thing they fixed... Oh, it's gone. So one of the other things on the change list that they've talked about is the assist coming up. So you actually, I think in FIFA 20, in FM20, ooh, get shot for that. In FM20, you could actually see who did the assists, and they've put that back in on the match screen now, which is really good. Coyle's picked up a yellow card, which we don't want. Has the table updated? I don't think it has. Still sure we want 33, and it's still showing 34, so it's not updated yet. Coyle, we could do without any more suspensions, to be fair, or sendings off for that matter. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now having taken the lead, we've jumped all the way over the playoff places, and we are in that third promotion spot at the moment, which is rather interesting. Whether we stay there for the duration will depend on how we get on. We have another throw in. Ludlow throws it in. It's headed away by the defender. Murray crosses in, looking for Ogunby, I think it was, but it's headed clear, and they are on a bit of a counter. Coyle, lovely, thumped ball forward, but Cardwell wasn't going to run for that. He decided he was too far in front of him. Murray picks up Jameson's header down. Cardwell to O'Rourke. O'Rourke takes a shot, and there's a bit of a lot of Blaze in again, and he has got his second of the game, 14th goal of the season, and we are 2 up with just 25 minutes gone, 26 minutes gone. Forget they round it up to the next nearest minute. Pinging around here. Blair was there, and Blair just, I think the goalkeeper got a foot to it, just managed to get a little bit of a thing on there. That was a bit of a soft goal, but they all count. All count. Right, they have a throw in here into the area. It's headed back into the area, putting us under a bit of pressure. But Ogunby heads out. Cardwell coming back for it as we now build our own counter attack. Back to Coyle. Coyle to Mary. Mary to Shenton. Back to Mary to O'Rourke. O'Rourke bangs it against the defending player. Blair having a fantastic game at the moment. He's looking for his hat-trick now. That one blocked though, but he's won the ball back, and this time Shenton against the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper didn't hang on to it, let it go, and it rolled out. O'Rourke runs out for this ball, back to Jameson, and that highlight's gone. Blair here dispossessed, but he's for winning it back. O'Rourke's shot was blocked, and then Shenton fired it into the arms of the goalkeeper, who couldn't hold on to it. We have a free kick. Ludlow. Oof. Maybe a bit too close in for Ludlow. We've dropped down to 4th now as Harrogate Town look as if they've taken the lead in their game. Kilner to Cardwell. Cardwell flicks it to Kilner, who's running on the thing. Blair with his hat-trick. No! Saved by the goalkeeper on this occasion, but he was very, very close. Lovely play. Cardwell just held the ball up long enough for Kilner to run up that wing. And Kilner's long pass. And the form that Blair's in, you wouldn't have had him not put that away. And half-time comes, and 15 shots, 8 of which have been on target. At one point there was 3 and 3, and Stevenage, they've had 1 shot, none of which is on target so far. probably do with one more just to make sure. 65% of the possession, so good first half. Right, the other tester is now to see whether we can go through and come back. Right, very pleased with your performance. Everybody's happy. Nobody's really underperforming. I've also got first half review now, which you can go back to. We can go to the dressing room. We can go tactics, and we can go back to the dressing room, which is absolutely fantastic. Well done, SI, for sorting that one out, because that was a real problem. We don't need to do this, but and we can go back from down here as well. I think fantastic. Thumbs up for that. I think the only thing we need to probably do in this screen is tell Liam Coyle just to avoid another booking, and we'll start the second half. Cardwell kicks off to Jameson. Jameson looking for Coyle. Coyle to Mary, back to Coyle. Out to Ogunby, and Ogunby loses the ball straight away, but he's won it back and then lost it again. But hey ho. Long ball forward, looking for Landolo, and he's found him. Blair. Blair to Ogunby, who comes forward. Ogunby crosses into Cardwell and just over the top. Just wondering whether we have got. Alright, need to change that to key highlights, because these episodes are going on too long. We need to shorten them somehow. Down in the comments if you think they're too long, or whether you're quite happy with them being the length they are. Mary's picked up a yellow card now, which we need to get him to calm down. Bit disappointing. And they have a throw in. Kilner heads it out. Ludlow. And Ludlow to Mary. Mary forward for O'Rourke. O'Rourke goes into the area. There's nobody there as support at the moment, but he's managed to hold it up. Carwell. And Carwell, all he does was he was trying to sweep it into the back of the net. But the goalkeeper or the defender came off the line and blocked. Cardwell to Mary. Mary to Blair. Blair still looking for his hat-trick, of course. And has a shot. And who can blame him, really? .63 minutes gone. And as I say, we could really do with another one. Smith is going to collect that. Long shot, nobody there. Whether it was trying to be a shot or whether it was a cross into the box, we don't know. Kilner with the long ball forward looking for Cardwell. He's not going to get there either. Headed down, and they've got an overlap here. Crossed into the area, and there is that goal back. Seem to be able to keep any clean sheets of recent times. I'm not sure why, and this is disappointing. Good ball. And we need to be careful now. Ludlow has also picked up a yellow card. Ludlow. Right. Shenton probably isn't performing in midfield, but then, to be fair, he's probably performed better than Willis has done in recent times. Right, this may seem a bit of a bizarre move, but I'm actually tempted and I'm going to do it. Let's do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move swap Cardwell and Blair around. Might even swap them two over. Blair prefers to be a false 9, no, advanced forward on attack. O'Rourke, he's happy to play on the pressing forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring Sterling James on for Cardwell, because Cardwell doesn't seem to be connecting particularly well, and we'll make that change. Might give Blair the opportunity to get his hat-trick as well. We're down to 5th now, I notice. As Crawley Town overtake us. Kilner has got tired in that back right hand side. And we have Leather or Dwyer on the bench. Leather can play as a defensive. Shenton tired now as well, so might be, with 79 minutes on the clock, time to make those two changes. We're going to give Willis another chance in central midfield, and we will bring Leather on for Kilner and see how we get along. Jameson now picked up a yellow card. Didn't see that happen. Realised actually that we've been on positive when probably we should have been on attack, because there's the side that realistically we should have been able to beat handsomely here. Maybe too late in the game to do it, but Leather with the throw in to Murray, Ludlow to O'Rourke, who heads straight at the goalkeeper. Let's hope this isn't going to bite me in the bum now. Oh, and it is. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Yes. Thrown it away against a team at the bottom of the table. Who was that? Missed his header. Jameson. And List was in. Just chipped the goalkeeper. And from a winning position, we've slipped all the way back out. It just wasn't our day. Actually, do you know what? I'm not happy with that performance. Really wasn't. That was poor. Certainly in that second half, we let that go. And I don't think it was necessarily tactical changes. Probably the only thing I would have done differently now would have been to have left that on a positive as opposed to attacking. Damn. Never mind. We will move on. Our second game of the episode is against Morecombe. And this is the team that we have selected for today's game. And we have Smith in goal, Landlow on the left side of defence, Jameson, Bennett and Coyle make up the rest of the defence. Murray and Willis in midfield. Sterling James on the left side of attacking midfield with Ogunby on the right. Blair and O'Rourke are up front for this game with Fodacek, Dwyer, Leather, Shenton, Felix, Cardwell and Riley all on the bench. So let's see how we get on with this game. Having drawn the first one of the episode, we are currently in 6th in the table, so still in those playoff places, but we really need to win this game to assure ourselves of being in the mix at the end of this episode. Right, not really had the reaction we wanted, so pump fist, get out there and make a difference. Fidel O'Rourke, the same. Mary. Willis, you really need to. Let's see if he reacts. He doesn't. I don't like him. I'm beginning to not like him. We need to check to see if we can shorten his loan. I'm thinking we need to probably bring somebody else in to replace him in the transfer window. I'm beginning to have a complete dislike because he never ever reacts, never ever. He's always got that composed, and he's almost like he's sticking two fingers up at me, and I'm not liking it. So we need to be having a look at who's available on loan if we can't bring anybody in permanently. He's going to prove me wrong now, which I hope he does. But Jameson cutting that one out to Willis, the man we're talking about. Long ball forward to O'Rourke. Nice ball forward for him. Coyle to Willis. Willis finds Mary. Back to, and a bit of a play. And Blair gets in there. Didn't get his shot away cleanly. And a chance goes begging. I think that's probably what we'll be doing in the transfer window coming up soon. Sterling now with the ball to Mary, lays it off, and oof, that cannoned off the post, I think. Not going to see the re-highlight of that. And Jameson picks up another yellow card. He must be close to the yellow card limit, I'm thinking. Consistently picks them up. As we near the half-hour mark. A throw in on that far side. Lundolo throws it into Sterling. Sterling crosses it into the box, and not sure who was that. Got tangled up. O'Rourke got tangled up with the defender, and it's going down as a clear-cut chance. Defender beats him to it. And Bennett now picked up a yellow card as well. He's just come back from suspension, so he started in the right frame of mind. Long ball forward, and Ludlow, I think that was, got beaten. Yeah, it's not often that happens. But the block from the defender, and Blair comes back, picks it up. O'Rourke tidies up now. He's got tackled. Mary has tidied up. Lundolo forward to Sterling, to Mary, back to Lundolo. Long ball in for Blair, and Blair puts that one away. That's his 15th of the season. An assist from Ellis Lundolo, and we do go that goal up. But as we well know, that isn't the whole story. We're good at getting our noses in front, and then we seem to give up and let them back in. So this is going to be the acid test. Really want a clean sheet today as well, if possible. Here's a corner, headed out by Jameson, and O'Rourke nearly got to that. Lundolo will tidy up to Sterling. Sterling to Mary, to Lundolo. Looks for O'Rourke this time instead of Blair, and O'Rourke, that might have come off a defender, obviously not. Bennett with a headed ball forward. Ogunby picks the ball up, he's run into space, pass it for Blair, and Blair gets his second of the game. He's on form at the minute, and Ogunby feeds him, and we are now again those 2 goals in front. But as we know, that can go all awry if we're not careful. Nice header down from Bennett into space. Ogunby finds gap, sees Blair, and just basically puts the ball for him to run onto. And it was always going to be a difficult one for Morecombe then. Free kick to Morecombe. Let's get this ball forward. Bennett trying to disrupt. Didn't make it. And they're through. Ooh. Allen on this occasion got down and tipped it round the post. We're up to 5th. with this lead. Half time approaching. Goes down, there's a good chance for them. And there's Gomez. And Alan puts it around the post, thankfully. Somebody else has picked up a yellow card. Willis picks up a yellow card right on half time. So Jameson, Bennett and Willis we need to be speaking to. Right, pleased with your performance. Keep it going, lads. Individuals. That's the other thing SI have done. They've actually shown these yellows now, so you can actually see who's got yellows. Nice touch. I like it. Saves having to faff around trying to work out who's picked up yellow cards. Right. Vito O'Rourke, he's okay. Yeah, I know. So it's just Joe Willis again. He's 6.3, not performing at all. And as I said, he's on his way out. We'll have a look at him later with a view to dealing with him before the transfer or during the transfer window. Maybe send him back to where he came from. I think his game time could be limited if we go. Oh, they've got one back straight after half time. And is this going to be again? Right. Let's fire them up. See if that has the desired effect. Sterling with the ball forward and oh, it's hit the post. That was a header by Jameson, which looked as if it was going in, and then cannoned back off the post. Right. Willis has dropped to a 6.2 now, so he's coming off with nearly 60 minutes gone. I've had enough of him. That probably may well, famous last words, may be the last time that you see Willis, because he's really, really making me unhappy. We need to get somebody else in central midfield very soon. Either a free agent or headed against the crossbar again. A lot of pinging around there going on, and we've not managed to put it away. Jameson again, I think, or was it Bennett? I don't know, but it was pinging around in that penalty area to no avail. Landlado cuts that out. Sterling now inside to Blair. Blair back to Sterling. Very close with the player there. I'm surprised he didn't get a boot on it. Sterling's going on his own here, but the goalkeeper was always holding on to that one. Still in fifth. Right, I think it's time to have a look at what else is going on. O'Rourke, he's okay. He's not having a fantastic game out there. Shenton on a 6.6, which is better. Coyle not having the best of games out on this right side. I'm not sure we put... should really have put... he's a 3-star. We might leave him out there. Right. What else have we got? Did we give Riley a run out? Blair's having a good game again. O'Rourke is playing okay. Just wonder whether he would give us something else. Let's make that change. Let's do that for the moment. Just see. We might need to swap them two over. That's the only thing. Can we do it on this screen? We can't do it on the screen. Let's go back there a minute. Tactics. Sort of Riley and Blair over. Blair prefers to be advanced forward. And Riley as a pressing forward. Right, let's go with that for the minute. They have a throw in, which is always a bit of a worry. I'm just wondering whether to go down to positive. Bennett heads out, but only as far as there. And they're coming again, and they have got it back. We've done it again. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And that needs a beret, because this is getting silly now. We're just giving goals away, and I'm even thinking about Tom Allen having a rest and bring Irwin back in. Two games, we're down to 9th now, and not surprising. Should have been a 6-point episode, and at best it's going to be a 2-point. Consider that as dropped, and we're going to lose this one as well. We are. This is ridiculous. Right, we've thrown this one away from a 2-goal lead. Lundolo, chance to. Oh, we've hit the crossbar again. We are being unlucky, I have to say, but all said and done, really 2-goal lead. We should easily have put this to bed. And I think Liam Coyle, he's tired out there now, so I might bring Leather on for Coyle in that defensive position. Coyle wins that ball, his last foray in this game. They might even get another one if we're not careful. They seem to have gone up a gear or two. Jameson with a headed ball out to Sterling. Sterling now comes on a bit of a run, looking to get this equaliser, get back in the game. Riley in there. Nice ball, but Riley and we've dropped down to 10th because of this, and it's game over pretty much. A bit lucky to get back into this. Lundolo down to Sterling, Sterling to Riley. Riley crosses for Blair, who gets his hat-trick and salvages a point for us. And as I say, 2 points from 6. I'm not happy. Not happy at all. But thankfully Riley took it upon himself not to have a shot there. Pushed it across for Blair, and Blair gets his hat-trick. Thank goodness for that. And let's have a look at the stats. 27 shots. I mean, realistically, we should have been miles away from that. I mean, their XG is 0.68, and they've scored 3 goals, and we survived by a 4th minute of injury time goal to get us that point. Very, very disappointing. Very disappointing. Let's go through the dressing room. I'm afraid I'm going to have to say I'm not happy with your performance out there. Carl Jameson's demotivated. Well, he'll have to be demotivated. Let's sort him out. Joe Willis. Well, you can be demotivated because you're just not motivated anyway, so you're on your bike, mate. Some point in the near future, he is on his bike for sure. So there we are. That's how we end up the episode. Finished on 9th. I suppose we're not doing too badly, but really ghouling when we end up giving away 2, what I would say, comfortable leads. Both times, 2 goals in front, and we've really fouled up big time. Not happy at all, and there's one player there that's on his way out. I suppose we haven't lost in the league now for some games. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games in the league. We've not lost, but we've won 2, 3, drawn 4 of those, which really means that we need to pick up some momentum. Right, so to finish off the episode, we're going to play Barrow, Scunthorpe and Southend off camera, and then we're coming back for Portsmouth in the FA Cup 3rd round and a League 2 away match to Port Vale in our next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button to keep up to date with all the future episodes of this and any new series. There is a new series coming out very soon. As soon as they are released, new episodes of To Be a Legend are currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 to keep up to date with all that's going on this channel and lots more besides. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next episode, episode 26, which will be out on Thursday. Until then, goodbye.